Most people spend their entire lives waiting for permission to be great. They wait for the right timing, the right funding, and the right people to believe in them. But greatness doesn't wait for permission. It creates its own reality. Imagine a man who didn't just study the world, he saw through it. A man who could build entire electrical systems in the silence of his mind before a single wire was ever cut. He didn't have a team, he didn't have a high-tech lab. All he had was a frequency. His name was Nikola Tesla. And today, we aren't just telling his story, we are decoding his discipline. Welcome to the world of greats, where the greatest minds still shape your future. Tesla was born in a lightning storm, a child of chaos, but while others saw terror in the thunder, he saw a pattern. From childhood, Tesla was cursed with hallucinations. Most would call it a mental illness. Tesla called it a gift. He realized that the images in his mind were so vivid, he didn't need to build prototypes. He could run a machine in his head for weeks and see exactly where it would fail. Stop for a second. Look at your own life. How often do you rush into action without a vision? How often do you start a project without seeing the end? Tesla's first lesson to you is this: your reality is created twice, first in your mind, then in your world. If you cannot see your success clearly in your imagination, you will never hold it in your hands. In 1884, Tesla arrived in America with nothing but 4 cents and a dream to change the world. He went to work for Thomas Edison, the king of innovation. Edison promised him $50,000 to fix his motors. Tesla worked like a man possessed. He solved the unsolvable problems, and when he asked for his reward, Edison laughed in his face. He didn't pay him. He mocked him. Tesla was left with nothing. He spent the next year digging ditches for $2 a day just to eat. Listen closely. You will be betrayed. People will take your ideas. They will mock your vision and use you for their own gain. When Tesla was in those trenches, digging in the dirt, he didn't quit. He didn't become a victim. He knew that even if they stole his money, they couldn't steal his mind. Your current circumstances are not your final destination. If you are digging ditches right now in your career or your life, keep your eyes on the light. The dirt is temporary. The vision is permanent. The battle between Edison and Tesla wasn't just about electricity. It was a battle between greed and vision. Edison wanted direct current, DC, because he could put a meter on it and charge people. Tesla wanted alternating current, AC, because it was the only way to power the world. Edison started a smear campaign. He told the public Tesla's power was a death current. He tried to kill Tesla's reputation before it could start. Greatness is always met with resistance. If you aren't being criticized, you aren't doing anything significant. The world will try to label your ambition as dangerous or unrealistic. Do not waste your energy arguing. Do what Tesla did. He didn't fight with words, he fought with results. At the 1893 World's Fair, he didn't just talk about the light, he turned it on. He bathed the world in a glow that Edison couldn't stop. Silence the critics with your success, not your excuses. Tesla lived a life of extreme discipline. He slept 2 hours. He spoke 8 languages. He chose to never marry, believing that romance would distract him from his mission. He was obsessed with the number 3. He was, by all accounts, strange. The truth about greatness is that it is often lonely. You cannot expect the people living average lives to understand your obsession. If you want to achieve what only 1% of people achieve, you must be willing to do what 99% of people won't. You must be willing to be the strange one. Tesla chose isolation to find the frequency of the universe. What are you willing to sacrifice to find yours? As Tesla mastered the world of machines, he began to look deeper into the world of the unseen. He became famous for his obsession with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He called them the magnificent numbers. He believed they weren't just digits on a page, but the very keys to the universe. He once said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe." Tesla wasn't just doing math, he was practicing alignment. He understood that the universe has a rhythm, a frequency, and if you aren't in sync with that frequency, you are just making noise. Think about your own goals. Are you just working hard, or are you aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions? Most people want the result, the 9, but they ignore the creativity, the 3, and the internal balance, the 6, required to get there. To manifest the life you want, you must first become a match for the frequency of that life. Tesla's greatest vision was Wardenclyffe. He wanted to use the Earth itself to transmit free wireless power to every human being on the planet. He didn't want to sell electricity, he wanted to liberate humanity. But his financier, J.P. Morgan, saw no profit in free. He pulled the funding. The project was destroyed. Tesla's dream of a wireless world was silenced before it could speak. Here is the hardest lesson of greatness. Your biggest ideas will be the ones that scare the small-minded. The world is built on meters and paywalls, but your soul is built for contribution. When J.P. Morgan asked, "Where do we put the meter?" he was thinking about a bank account. Tesla was thinking about a civilization. Do not be discouraged when the money men or the realists tell you your dream isn't profitable. Some things are more valuable than money. Tesla's tower fell, but his ideas became the Wi-Fi and the satellite tech you are using right now. Your failure today might be the foundation for the world's tomorrow. The man who gave the world light spent his final years in the dark. Tesla lived alone in room 3327 of the Hotel New Yorker. He was broke. He was called mad. He fed pigeons while the corporations built empires on his patents. He died in 1943, alone, while the FBI waited outside to seize his top-secret papers. You might look at Tesla's end and call it a tragedy, but look closer. Tesla didn't die a failure. He died a conqueror. Why? Because he never compromised his character for comfort. He said, "The present is theirs. The future, for which I really worked, is mine." True success isn't about the hotel room you live in. It's about the legacy you leave behind. If the world doesn't recognize your genius today, keep working. Build for the future. Build for the truth. Because the world can ignore a man, but it cannot ignore the light he brings. Nikola Tesla was a man of energy, frequency, and vibration. He taught us that the mind is the greatest power on earth. He taught us that one person with a vision can outshine 1,000 people with only a plan. As you leave this video, I want you to ask yourself, what frequency are you broadcasting? Are you vibrating at the level of your excuses or at the level of your potential? You have the same power within you that Tesla had. You have the ability to visualize, to persist through betrayal, and to build a future that no one else can see. The world doesn't need more realistic people. It needs more dreamers. It needs more innovators. It needs more of you. This was Nikola Tesla, the man who mastered the mind to light the world. The history of greatness is not written by those who followed the rules, but by those who dared to imagine a world that didn't exist yet. Nikola Tesla didn't just leave behind machines, he left behind a frequency of total discipline and unshakable vision. Most people will watch this and return to their distractions, but you are here because you seek something more. You seek the alignment of the great minds. If you are ready to stop chasing motivation and start building your legacy, join the world of greats. Subscribe to lock in your daily frequency of high-performance wisdom.
Hit the notification bell so you never miss a blueprint from history's most powerful minds. And comment below with the word unstoppable to signal that you are now working on purpose. Don't stop here. To master your internal peace, watch our deep dive on Marcus Aurelius, or to decode the system of wealth, enter the mind of Napoleon Hill. The future belongs to the visionaries. We'll see you in the next one.